Hello, salutations. What it do? Start the gamer off out the Durag gang. Know the vibes like Rob. Get it? Sub Jav, sub Aqua Shill. Says suit is garbage. Sub Lord Common. Lord Common wanted the skin. Sub Bobo. The Capte. The Tankin. What it do, everybody? Hope you had a wonderful weekend. We are back. What's up, Chris Lattimore? Thoughts on the skin? It's a great meme, but yeah, definitely not on my list of skins that I'm interested in. When I see a black Spider-Man skin, I expect symbiote and symbiote only. They need to fix the game first instead of adding these skins. Those are two different departments. So it wouldn't actually make sense for them to do that. They would just be shutting down one department that's their primary source of revenue so that a completely different department can continue doing what they're already doing, which is fixing stuff. You've been waiting for this skin? Well, you're getting it tomorrow. You think there's a chance we could get Toby and Andrews? I don't know, because that's like Sony's domain. So if there's still like an issue with Sony, probably not. That's why if you notice, all the skins we've gotten so far have been strictly MCU. Have been mainly MCU, not anything like from just the Sony ones. Mr. Clean Kids ain't impressed. What's up, Omar? I'm doing good. What's up, a Black King? We ain't ever getting Hawk Ragnarok. I'm about to tell you. What's up, Fallen? What up? What up? What's up, Quinak? Am I still farming gear? Even though the update's coming, I don't have to anymore. I don't have anything I need to farm. So I will say that if you don't have Iron Man's slot 4 exotic, which I'll show you, you should farm for that because that perk is changing with the new update. But if you already have it, it's not going to change on your existing one. What's up, Laajune? Easy skip. I feel you. It's boring. Yeah, I'm not copping. What's up, Gun? Not interested. Disney investor meeting is happening right now. Maybe we'll get Marvel movie news. You mean like a Thor Love and Thunder trailer finally? Feel for Xbox players, didn't even get an exclusive character. I'm glad that only one exclusive character is being given out because I thought it was a bad idea to begin with. But hey, at least Xbox characters can skip this as well, as it sounds like a bunch of PlayStation players will. So we got rid of this one. Yeah, look at that way. You got rid of one. It's one out the way. So annoying. Can we get shot against Spider-Man skins? Well, to be fair, Spider-Man is way more popular than Hulk and has a lot more different looks. Xbox haven't new characters 7 months. Yeah, that is true. I mean, they could have bought a PlayStation, but yep. What's up, DJ? Easy skip for PC. Losing interest so fast, getting the damage buff tech and search for Thor. You've been doing this for 3 or 4 days. Yeah, I just got my god roll for Thor, so I'm good. You haven't bought an MCU webhead at all? Yeah, I got Homecoming and I got Far From Home. That's the noir from Shattered Dimensions. They can't fool you. Don't worry, all you haters. Gotham Knights is out in October. Yes, if you missed the news, October, we got a date for Gotham Knights. October. Yes, let's go. Can't wait. Hopefully we get a Hogwarts Legacy release date today. I'm going to be streaming twice on this channel today. 5 o'clock, they got the Sony State of Play. It's only like 20 minutes, but I'm going to be streaming that as well. What's up, Skills? How you doing? School can be better. Yeah, not my favorite look from the MCU. If I was choosing, if I had to pick a Spider-Man MCU skin excluding Sony, I would have gone with the Iron Spider, not Night Monkey. But I mean, there are people that are going to cop this. Night Monkey is a meme. Show the slot for a piece. I got you. Surprised they didn't get delayed. I'm not. They Warner Brothers was insistent that both Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy were definitely coming out this year. And then we had the report that I did on Saturday where they saw a play test for Gotham Knights went up on Steam. So I definitely had no doubts it was coming this year. I just didn't know when. Gotham Knights is gear as well. Open world co-op. Ooh, that game is gonna be so fire. I cannot wait for Gotham Knights. Your main in Batman. I'm going straight for Robin first. You know I gotta rep the teleporter. Yeah, in order, my interest is Robin, Red Hood, Batgirl, and then Nightwing. That release for Gotham? Yes. Yes, Mr. Peeler, they announced that this morning. Gotham Knights is dropping in October 25th. What do I think Avengers needs to make a comeback? Many things. Depends on how you define a comeback. But the biggest thing they need, apart from stability fixes, is content that prevents people that will, actually keep people from bouncing. So the main problem is that when they get new heroes or they do something that gets new players to the game, the players bounce quickly. So they need to they need to continue to improve the foundation of the game and then add content that is replayable, which they're doing now in terms of restructuring. They're reworking vaults, villain sectors, the war table, all that stuff is necessary. But then, we need game modes. We need more villain sectors. We need, horde mode, stuff that will keep people on the game. You got the shipment skin? Gross. Hope Damian Wayne makes it. It's nice release date. Oh yeah, isn't that the same date as Arkham Origins? Oh yeah, this one. You guys need to farm for this right now. If you're Iron Man player or you're interested in Iron Man, farm this right now. It is Iron Man slot 4 exotic. His heroic piece. You can get it from the weekly priority mission. Save scum it. Do what you gotta do. Pick this up because overcharged support that perk is changing with the new update. It's not going to change if you already have it, but the new piece, if you get the piece after the update, that bottom perk will be different. And overcharge support is really good. It says 2.2% heroic charge rate increase while overcharged, but it's actually more like 200%. It basically allows you to have your heroics up all the time. So cop that. Weekly priority mission on Thursday. Star Safe's coming. Think the new Spider-Man skin is a joke? Miss Marvel taking a big sell out everybody. Her and Hulk. Well, in terms of skins, she's got some decent skins. What up, Genius Button? Getting closer to 2.3. That pique your interest? Some of this new gear? Think they'll show more of Gotham Knights? I hope so. I mean, it's not a long presentation. It's only 20 minutes, but I'm hoping for some good stuff. You're welcome, Doctor. Spooderman, appreciate you for the support. The weekly priority mission this week. Don't know. It resets on Thursday. But the one from last week, if you haven't done it yet, let me check. This is the next shipment skin. No, they've stated that Spider-Man will not be in any shipments. This is Wednesday, so this is pretty much the marketplace reveal. This is marketplace reveal day. They reveal the new marketplace item for next week, for tomorrow. So Thursday, this will be available for 14 bucks. Yeah, last week's was the Ewan funeral. That's the priority mission from last week. Just interested in the gear changes to 2.3. Change up on your Hulk. Yeah. June, I'm gonna, soon as a 2.3 hit, I'm gonna put together unarmed Thor build for Infinite Warrior's Fury. And it's gonna be gross. I cannot wait. That's gonna be so degenerate. Infinite Warrior's Fury Thor, unarmed. Woo! You beat the raid on Destiny? That's where you've been. I figured. What's up, Craig? I figured you'd be going crazy on Destiny. I guess you didn't try for World's First, because that was a disaster. COD Vanguard added an armored attack on Titan skin. Looks so bad. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That was not a good crossover. Your Hawk is on power level 100 now. Nice. Only 75 more levels to go. Just about me playing good games. Didn't you delete Destiny, Aqua? Regarding the farming for slot 4 Iron Man. Oh, you might have slot lock-in. I know some, yes, some missions have the slot lock glitch. Others don't. I think the elite hives have them. Priority missions might. So if you're having a slot lock glitch, then what you can do is you can try to do like a mega level threat, change up the power level dynamic of your gear. How long did it take me to get the range piece for Thor? Let's see. I streamed for about 2 hours trying to get it. Overall, probably 5 hours. Yeah, we get Night Monkey. Definitely not my first, second, third, or fourth choice, or fifth. I thought of it like before, like, oh, it'd be a funny meme if they added Night Monkey, but not what I want. The Thor piece, it's the piece everybody's trying to get. It's the targeted buff with it's the Grips of the Storm, the Tachyon Surge piece that has targeted buff on it. That's the thing everybody's trying to get. Convinced CD hates Hawk. They it's not that they hate Hawk, it's that they have no confidence that Hawk skins are going to make them a lot of money. Even when they drop the black suit, people still gonna cry. The symbiote, I mean, I would hope not. If it's done right. Your least favorite exotic is the Hawk in game. Pretty trash. Where's Spider-Man's black suit? You're looking at it. Night Monkey. There you go. So I think the second roadmap. Thank you, Cody, for the sub. Welcome to Direct Game. I think the second roadmap is the last for Avengers. Are you asking if I think the 2022 roadmap isn't coming? Then no. I think it is coming out. I don't know if it's going to be the last one. If it is out, it depends on how much this roadmap covers. Yeah, I'm sorry for you Hawk mains. I know it's disappointing, but maybe one day. One day. You're saving money for She-Hulk? It's a good bet. Want those thick She-Hulk skins. It should say it's ceasing development in October on the roadmap. Oh, yeah. This March, we should have been got the roadmap. Well, technically, yes, because it got delayed out of 2021. And then they changed it to early 2022, which covers the entire month of March, basically. Last year, they released a roadmap March 18th. So technically, they're not really behind if you're going by the precedent set last year. They're pretty much right on time. Oh, we just got another. We got another. They did it. That's funny. We just got our second MCU skin. Hold up. Night Monkey's trash, but we just got Age of Ultron Widow. So this one was supposed to be in the shipments, but then people clowned it and they took it out of the shipment and replaced it with the Captain America. Now they're putting it in the marketplace. They're like, no, we're gonna put this one in the marketplace. Screw it. So I said Xbox and PC. Yeah, I see it. Get it in the Xbox and PC marketplace. The hell's that mean? They might want to clarify. Y'all can keep it. Facts. I still got the best Black Widow skin, so I'm good. CD, oh, these comments, bro. Oh, these comments about to go off. Get it in the Xbox and PC marketplace on March 10th. So this is correct. So let me get this straight. Black Widow was originally going to be the shipment skin for this month, but then they changed it at the last minute because of backlash to a Captain America recolor. Then they decided they're just going to put it in the marketplace, but make it Xbox and PC exclusive. And then so they could give PlayStation players a Spider-Man skin, but it's Night Monkey. Oh, that's funny. We're doing exclusive. That's interesting. I would assume it's going to be a timed exclusive. That's what they used to do for the other PlayStation skins. Yep. So next Thursday, they're going to put this in the marketplace for everybody else for PS4 and PS5. So if you're interested in this skin, you could still get it next week. if you're interested in this at all. Interesting. It's funny, but not big a deal. They used to, back when they had their deal with PlayStation, they used to do this all the time. Except they would be like a 30-day. I remember like 30-day timed exclusive skins. They're gonna milk all the Spider-Man skins now. Well, let's hope so. They got Night Monkey out the way, so let's hope we get some better ones if that's the case. All right, so if you're just coming in, we got Age of Ultron Black Widow is, instead of being a shipment skin, coming to the Xbox and PC marketplace exclusively tomorrow, and then on PlayStation next week. And the skin tomorrow for just the PlayStation players is going to be Night Monkey. Talk looking like my joke to you. Sorry, Hawk players. See, don't care about y'all. So these are the 2 new MCU skins tomorrow. Unless they drop a third. Spider-Man is, of course, PlayStation exclusive. The Widow is Xbox and PC exclusive until next week. Yeah, regardless, I'm not getting this Widow skin because I have the better one. I'm good. You want Toby and Andrew? Oh, maybe. Even if they don't show the roadmap, they got to talk about it. They have multiple times. They said all they could. They said they're working on it. Still, it'll be out soon. You literally only rock the Maestro Hawk skin. Yeah, that Maestro Hawk skin is still clean. I don't know why so many people want that Ragnarok one, though. It literally just looks like the Gladiator one that's already in the game. Widow should stay free. They need that bread. Bro, is this only on Xbox and PC? That's correct. Until next week, and then it'll be on PlayStation. Still want the first Avenger Hawkeye? Stormbreaker Hawk skins are already in it. I think people want the... Well, there's a design of Worldbreaker Hawk skin they can do that's not in the game. I think people just want Hawk with a different body type to go with the outfit. What's up, Joe? They put more details in these skins of Spider-Man, PS4 and 5. That's 100% cap. Which one am I referred to as the Widow skin? The ponytail. Crazy to think the last multi-platform hero was released 6 months ago. I think 7. Just a Gladiator. Exactly. Like if you want Hawk skins, ask for some comic ones. don't ask for MCU stuff. His MCU skins are pretty much already in the game. This guy here, is that the new Widow skin? Yep. Tomorrow, Black Widow, Age of Ultron for Xbox and PC players. Night Monkey Spider-Man for PlayStation players. Is the secret character releasing with She-Hulk or before? According to Miller, it's supposed to come out sometime before. All Captain America skins look the same. Depends on which ones you're talking about. A few of his movie ones look the same. Others are very different. All Iron Man skins look... You're agreeing the No Way Home mini suit. He really doesn't like the Gladiator. Okay. What up? Hawk, Thor, Ragnarok. We could do that. We could do that comparison. So PlayStation players get Widow next week. That is correct. Taking 2009 for the sub. Welcome to Durag Gang. Iron Man got cheeks in that suit. I mean, they clearly look very similar. Like, come on. You're gonna tell me that they don't look similar? Like, come on, come on now. Let's be honest. Come on. Corporate wants you to spot the difference. You want another picture? I got you. It's from Contest of Champions. I mean, if y'all want it, really? Y'all really want this? Haven't played Avengers in quite some time. Horizon Forbidden West keep you going. Oh yeah, loving Forbidden West. I'm close to the end of the main quest. Clearly, clearly they're extremely similar. I mean, if y'all want it, I mean, fine. I would just hope you have some like higher standards. What's up, Casual? It would literally be a waste if they added this skin. I'm just saying. They could go with a comic book Hawk. Hell, they could go with a different Hawk. They could go with a different Hawk with a different body type. You literally just want a recolor. You just really want a asset flip version of a skin that's already in the game. Like, aim higher. Roughly how many hours has Horizon story been so far? I heard it's like 70. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like, it's got a lot of side content. Did you see the Black Widow? Yeah, we've been talking about it. By that Professor Oak from the comics. Willbreaker could be a reactive like Iron Man. Exactly, that would be fire. Like y'all expectations are too low. Like a Worldbreaker Hawk skin that reacts like the Iron Man one. What's up, Dean? Appreciate the sub. And y'all asking for a recolor of the Gladiator skin. Like, come on, guys, aim higher. aim higher, Hawk mains. You can go different. You can go for the comics. You can go for Green Scar, Professor, World Breaker. Y'all asking for a asset flip version of the Gladiator skin that's already in the game. Like, come on, guys. You can ask. It's okay to ask for more. It's okay. What they do? They've shown that they're willing to do different models. So it's just a matter of, will they finally be convinced that there are enough Hawk fans to justify putting up the effort? Right now, the reason why they're not giving Hawk more skins is because the sales indicate that more people that if they put out Black Widow, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, they're going to get sales. Immortal Hawk, yep. We got 5 recolored Gladiator. Exactly. It's practically the same skin. You like 2008 with the body type and face? Even that would be better. Like, y'all literally just want the Gladiator. Like, come on. You bet the Worldbreaker would just be a recolor of the Terrigen Blue? Well, let's hope for more. The strongest Avenger, the least relevant in the game. That's all you need to know. CD don't F with. Captain Universe Hawk. Yeah. See, Hawk's got so many different looks, and people asking for another Gladiator. Hawk is a green machine with a pair of ripped shirts. That's all you need. Please do a comparison against the default Iron Man skin and the Homecoming, the default Spider-Man and Homecoming. Sure. Here's Homecoming. Here's the default. Fuck my boy and all, they doing them dirty AF. Same skin. I mean, yeah, it's not the same skin, obviously, but yeah. This is the MCU version of the classic. What's your point? I mean, obviously it's different, very, but it's still a version of the class. It's still a version of the classic. What's your point? That you prefer an asset flip over a new skin, over something from the comics that's more original? Why are you owning yourself? You didn't expose anyone but yourself. people are literally saying, hey, Hulk doesn't get many skins. Maybe instead of asking for an asset flip of a skin that's already in the game, you ask for a Hulk skin that's like more original, like from the comic books. And your response is, haha, the classic Spider-Man suit from the comics looks kind of like the Homecoming suit from the MCU. Got him. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you... You're not owning anybody. Hulk is just a green man with purple shorts. That's what it comes down to. You should have more takedowns. They need to permanently lower the price of takedowns. Hulk fans want original skins, not a reskin of something we have. Exactly. John sounds like the only non-Hulk fan here. like real Hulk fans are like, yeah, Hulk doesn't get enough love. Let's get some of these cool comic book looks for Hulk. At least if you're going to give him an MCU skin, give him one with where he has a very different character model. And you're like, no, forget that. Let's get an asset flip of a skin that's already in the game. Like, like why? That'll show him I'm a real Hulk fan. I don't want new skins for Hulk. I want an asset flip. I want recolors. Like what? That'll show him. The Kenobi trilogy drop. Ooh, nice. I can't. Nope. I've been streaming, and it's probably copyrighted, so can't watch it. But I'll watch it later. Takedown should at least be 300. Exactly. A lot of stuff in the shop. I mean, they've lowered the prices already. I think the prices for everything are fine except for the takedowns. Those seem to be the most egregious, especially that Black Widow takedown. Like, they lowered all the prices for the epics, the legendaries, and everything. The only thing they didn't lower was for like the exotic stuff and the takedowns. I think takedowns are way too expensive. $10 slow clap. What's up, Nefstar? Yes, both of these are marketplace. Widows is going to be exclusive to Xbox and PC until next week. Black Panther 2 director Ryan Coogler got arrested for a bank robbery. No, he didn't. Black Panther 2 director Ryan Coogler was falsely arrested, actually detained, because they thought he was robbing a bank when he was actually withdrawing money from his bank account. That's the actual story. That's how that should read. Black Panther 2 director was arrested for banking while black. This happened in January. It just came out. Somebody apparently leaked the photos and surveillance videos to TMZ, and TMZ just reported on the story. Yeah, back in January, while he was filming, he went to the bank. He went to Bank of America to make a withdrawal, and when he tried to make the withdrawal from his account, the teller went to her manager, said that he was robbing the bank, and then they called the cops on him. Correct. So if you read the details, it's actually worse. So he comes into the bank, he gets a withdrawal slip, he fills out the withdrawal slip with his bank account, with all his information. He writes on the back that he wants to withdraw $12,000 from his checking account, and that he requests that when they count out the money, they do it somewhere discreet so that, you know, a bunch of people don't see a large amount of money being counted. He hands the withdrawal slip to the teller. The teller takes the withdrawal slip, reads it, goes onto her computer, processes his payment, processes the withdrawal. Then there's an alert on the computer, probably because of how much cash is being withdrawn, being requested. So she goes to her manager, and instead of telling him what actually happened, she tells him that Ryan Coogler is trying to rob the bank. And then the police show up. They handcuff Ryan's people outside, and then they handcuff Ryan until they get to the bottom of what happened. You bet her name is Karen. Apparently, she was actually a pregnant black woman. So the story is even weirder. She was a pregnant black woman. Really started to feel color back on the black home bank movement. So telling the manager just is correct. So, I mean, the teller could have been, you know, a racist. The manager could have been racist. I don't know, but both of them were definitely stupid as hell. like you have his bank account information. You literally have it. You know that he has an account with your bank with a lot of money in it, and you call the police and accuse him of robbery. At no point does he show a weapon. And I can tell you for a fact, there is no robber in the history of robbery that has ever asked for money to be withdrawn from their own bank account. like the people just, the teller, if anything, just sounds like either she hates Ryan and was trying to get the police to take him out, or she's the stupidest person in the world, and I don't know how she got the job. Like, literally, you have his information. The alert means call a manager, probably because it's a large cash withdrawal, and there are protocols in place. The manager should have then came over and said, "Oh yeah, this is a large withdrawal. Let me handle it." And that should have been the end of it. Baby brain. I don't want to blame the pregnancy, but because I mean, I don't know pregnant women to be that stupid. I think she's just, in particular, a very dumb person. like I don't get it. She could be a self-hating black woman. We have no idea. All we know is that the police report says that she was a pregnant black woman, and that her manager apparently didn't ask any questions, just called the police. Ryan is the man. If I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but if I was a manager, I would have asked some questions, like, before calling the police. Yeah, similar station last year. What happened? Because the teller was an idiot that didn't understand our policies. That makes sense. Yeah, like I assume, okay, she has to be really dumb, because you literally took his withdrawal slip and you started processing the withdrawal. So that means, you know, he's not a bank robber because he has an account with the bank. Like, how are you this stupid? Obviously, she didn't recognize it was Ryan Coogler from Black Panther, but still, you have a customer who hands you a withdrawal slip asks you to take money from his account and give it to him. You start the process, and then because there's an alert on your computer, you decide that means bank robbery. What are you doing? Does she not understand how a bank robbery works? Obi-Wan just showed. Yep, I heard. Yeah, she was probably mad that she probably thought they were going to recast T'Challa, and she got mad at Ryan. She was like, "You're recasting T'Challa? Oh, hell no." Versus All Father is an easy universe supposed to prove you wrong. Sounds about right to me. People are weird, bro. And then I saw weirdos on Twitter, of course, try to spin this to make it sound like somehow this was Ryan's fault. Because he just so happened to walk into the world's into a bank and get helped by the world's dumbest bank teller. If she watched the Batman movie, she would understand the bank robbery. She watched anything, she would understand the bank robbery. I don't understand. He doesn't have a weapon. He asked you to withdraw the money from his account. You know that he has an account. You know that he has an account with a lot of money in it. So why would you say he's robbing the bank? It doesn't make any sense. Like that's the most confusing part. He should transfer his money from that bank to, well, Ryan, to his credit, he didn't make a big deal of it. All he said was it shouldn't have happened. He resolved it. The bank resolved things to his satisfaction, and he's moving on. He's saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna stream for a while. Then at 5 o'clock, I'll probably take a break, and then at 5, I'll come back on for the state of play." Sound like she's a Karen? The easiest explanation would be that she's a Karen, but the fact that she's a pregnant black woman complicates the matter. Either she's a self-hating Karen or just really, really stupid. That's why I don't go inside of banks unless I absolutely have to, and I usually don't. I have investment accounts. I have online bank accounts. I've got crypto. I don't go into bank account. I don't go into banks. Predictions for state of play, Hogwarts Legacy, maybe Ghostwire Tokyo, no Spider-Man 2, probably no God of War. Is there a sale where you get Marvel's Avengers for the low? Marvel's Avengers, the game, is pretty cheap everywhere. You can buy a used copy of it on eBay. You can probably buy it on Amazon for pretty cheap. It's $20 on Amazon. It's like under $10 on eBay. I know how much it is on PlayStation. A box in a casino cage is honestly probably a safer place to keep things in a bank. True. Yeah, free on Game Pass. Let me see if I can find a price. Mm-hmm. You can get the Endgame edition for $60. Yeah, I would literally just buy it on Amazon. If you have a PlayStation. Getting the digital version of the PS5. But if you're getting the digital version, then then you can't get the disc. It doesn't look like there's a sale going on at the moment. You saw the stream almost every time. Barking up a dub. Barking up, dub streamer. Hey, my timing is impeccable. Yeah, Angry Dish is definitely trash. Yeah, we can't get our money now. No, we can't barbecue. We can't get our own money. We can't take a walk. We can't take a nap. Like, we can't walk down the street in a hoodie. It's getting ridiculous. You love Avengers, best game in the world. Can't listen to music outside. The list of things you could do without getting the cops pulled on you is very small. Favorite skin, Ragnarok, Fear Itself, and Ponytail Black Widow. Finished the Elite Raid for the first time. Congrats. Yeah, it's definitely a grind. Your friend got pulled over for no reason one time. I've been pretty blessed, but I do have one story of getting unjustly stopped by the police. So I've been pretty lucky, but I did have one. It's pretty much impossible in my experience to not have at least one sketchy police story. How many more skins until the ending skin? No way to know. This was back when I was like, I think I was about 15 years old. I was going to basketball practice. The gym is like 2 blocks from my house, so I just went there with my basketball and just whatever I was supposed to wear. I had on shorts, I had on a t-shirt, and I had my ball, and I had a bag to carry the ball in. So I go to the gym, have practice, no big deal. I leave the gym, I'm walking back, and then all of a sudden I see a police car just driving up going in the opposite direction. And I'm like, oh, whatever. But then the cop sees me, and then he busts a U-turn and stops. I'm like, huh, that's weird. So I keep walking. Just again, all I have on is my basketball attire. I have my basketball, my shorts. I'm wearing shorts, a t-shirt, and I have my gym bag. That's it. So the cop stops after he busts a Yui, and he walks across, and he comes out and walks over to me, and now I'm like, okay, shit's about to go down. So I stop, and the guy, and the cop walks over to me. He's white, of course, and he's like, "Where are you coming from?" And I'm like, basketball practice. And I slowly point to the gym that's literally down, that we can still see in clear view. And he's like, "Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna have to search you." So he pats me down. I'm wearing shorts. He checks my bag, which has spare clothes, and and just my basketball. And he's like, oh yeah, we had a robbery in the area, and you fit a possible profile, so I had to stop and make sure. Oh, you live around here? I'm like, yeah, I'm down there. He's like, all right, have a good night. I'm like, oh, interesting. I was like, what? I'm like, I fit the profile of a home of, apparently there was a home invasion and a teenager in basketball shorts walking from a gym with a ball fits the potential profile. This was back when I was 15. Yeah. Yes, now I know it was indeed very much illegal stop. He did, but fortunately I didn't make a scene, so he had no reason to shoot me in the face. So I'm here today to tell you the story. I will tell you that if you are in a similar situation, don't make a scene. The most important thing is that you go home to either sue or tell the story. You know, I know in the moment you want to be mad and, you know, be like, you know, F you. But yeah, sounds about white. But all that's going to do is get you, you know, potentially killed. So don't escalate the situation any more than needs to be. Just stay calm. Do what you gotta do, and keep it moving. Get the badge number if need be. Brother and I got pulled over with guns drawn on us. We were being given a ride home by a friend who had a lowrider that was like one of a kind. The vehicle fit the profile used in a robbery. Weird how that always happens, right? They just a coincidence, you know, just fit that profile. You always get the racial profile. Oh yeah, you got dreads. You're a young black man with dreads. You're always getting stopped. If you don't make a scene, they still try to take us out. Well, yeah, that does happen sometimes, but most of the time, if you don't make a scene, it's going to be fine. Black Widow tips. I mean, I have a couple I think I have a Black Widow build video on my channel. We're like talking about something like kind of important. You can check out the channel. Check out my Black Widow build. I can show, you can check out my build from when I was running the red room with her. Be the worst in the hood. They used to just jump out and grab you for no reason in New York. New York out here is crazy. Your Thor build help immensely. Appreciate it. Did you make an updated Iron Man build for patch 2.3? Yeah, I'm going to definitely revisit some stuff. Homie Green says something like the cop had the right. Actually, police officers require probable cause in order to detain somebody, which is what he did. He detained a minor on suspicion of being involved in a home invasion. There was no evidence that I was an imminent threat. There was no probable cause that I would be in the act or had just committed a crime. I was walking I was walking with a basketball gear from the direction of a gym. The officer was coming from the complete opposite way. I'm coming directly from the gym with the basketball. Probable cause, if you're analyzing the situation objectively, you would assume I was coming from basketball practice. So no, he actually did not have the right. You have to, that's important, know your rights. Police officers cannot stop you just because they think you may have committed a crime. There needs to be actionable. There needs to be reasonable evidence if they're going to stop and detain you. I was gotta follow law, constitutional rights, officers. You can't just do random check. Agree. Appreciate the sub, machine. Welcome to Rad Gang. What is my favorite major artifact? Nornstone. The best thing to do is stay calm, try the best not to talk with attitude. Exactly. Like I was saying earlier, as frustrating as it can be, the best thing you can do is not escalate the situation. Just be calm and don't make it more than it has to be. It's much more important that you make it back to your family rather than, you know, have that moment of, yeah, oh yeah, I got to talk back to the officer. Like, cool, you got to talk back to the officer, but you know, at what cost? You know, you catch the wrong one and you might catch a bullet. You were texting while driving? What? If you were texting while driving, then yeah. If you were literally just driving, then you were unlawfully stopped. What's up, Truth? Is Loki coming in the patch? Absolutely not. Better to make a home and make it in the grave. Exactly. Sorry to say, but somebody confession would say something like, "Oh, yeah, I would hope people, regardless of, you know, your stance, how much you defend police officers or don't, always know your rights. Like, take the extra time, know your rights, know what police officers are and aren't allowed to do." Am I familiar with Worldbreaker's alloy and where to farm it? I think it's his last Avenger standing exotic. Came in this conversation. Yeah. Roadman? All I got. Yeah. We were talking about the Ryan Coogler story. Ryan Coogler was detained by police for banking while black. And then I just told a story that I had where I got stopped by a police officer for fitting the description. Your dad once caught a bullet with his spare hand. I don't believe you. Did you underhand toss it to you? Know your rights, not right. Exactly. Some of these cops, that is true. That's another problem. Some officers don't know the rights themselves. They don't, and they assume, some assume that you don't. So it's definitely important that you can, you know, understand. But, you know, don't be like those weirdos on YouTube that will try to provoke police officers by being like, "Oh yeah, I know my rights, buddy." It's like, no, don't do that. You can't do that, officer. What's your badge number? This is going on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Like, no, don't do that. Is that Jarvis Berry on? When is Ultron getting released? We'll have to see on the roadmap. That's definitely going to be a roadmap type of deal. What's my go-to method for reaching 375? The go-to method was patched. There is none, except play the game every week. or hack use a modder to hack your game, which you shouldn't. They know their rights and then get shot in the back 9 times. Ask for the badge number. Where's your supervisor? Your dad caught a bow with his bare hands in line for rush hour. Oh, was that? Oh yeah, when Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan were comparing, comparing to see whose dad was better. Was the background song playing? I have no idea. I don't even have it. I don't even have it set to output. What is playing right now? Won't even let me listen. Oh, there it is. Oh, I don't know this one. This is just my copyright free playlist. And champion. Your champion, you'll never hit 375. I mean, you can. It's just not really worth it. If you're just trying to get 375, then the champion level, then it's boring, but it's not really worth the effort. You don't need most of the nodes on the tree don't work. They're delaying DC movies. Which ones? Did they delay the Flash? Because I don't care about that one. In fact, they need to delay that. The cosmic event runs until 7 days, 2 hours, and 34 minutes. I haven't done this in a while. Your champion level maxed out, you have no life period. So there are modders that, just hack the game to get the 375. But yeah, the other way is very boring. The champion level, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The champion level 5 with Thor, I imagine. Black Adam got delayed until October. No. Well, October about to be lit. We got Gotham Knights and Black Adam. Seeing the Batman with the boys on Saturday. Nice. Yeah, I haven't done this method in a while, but this is the XP farm. Yeah, that I know. I knew about the game delays. This is the non-cheating way to get the 375. Very, very boring. Yeah, I'm not mad at when games get delayed. Obviously it's disappointing, but I'd rather the game be delayed than, be a buggy mess. So I'm glad they're taking more time on Forspoken. Hope it comes out fire. Yeah, I love the Batman. I thought it was awesome. Definitely I had to take a few points off, but overall like a 9.2. From Devs is like the only level you play in Avengers. seen a beautiful modded piece. Yeah, their Black Panther, there's 375 grinding mission during 4XP. Yeah, those 4XPs were insane. Yeah, now you gotta, they haven't done 4XP in a while, but they have been doing double XP sometimes. So if they do a double XP weekend, you can pop a consumable and just do the up from the depths. What mission was that? Up from the depths. Hot takes, Avengers should have released last year. Not really a hot take. I think most people agree it should have gotten delayed longer. I hope they announce games that I care about. I'm already not expecting Spider-Man, so my expectations aren't particularly high. At the very least, I want Hogwarts Legacy. Appreciate you streaming the dev stream. No problem. It was very entertaining. I nearly died laughing. Yeah, that's why I was saying you don't need to get the 375 on your champion, because the only ones you actually need are this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. After you get those, you can just stop. Where do I live? Asgard. How am I handling the Avengers news? Was there news? I didn't see any news. I just saw new stuff to buy. They announced anything else? Yeah, I don't see anything else. You only did ground around champ 180? Exactly. Hogwarts Legacy about to be a reskin of Elden Ring. Cap. How did you farm my Thor piece? I did the same thing I did for the Black Widow. So fortunately I didn't have to deal with any slot locking, since this was the cosmic event. But it was the same process. I did instead of doing Thor's individual assignment, I did the overall event assignment. When you do the event assignment, you get 2 exotics instead of 1. So I just did everything on the event assignment except for defeat enemies with range attacks. I defeated all of them but 1. So then I would just load in with Thor, defeat 1 enemy with a range attack, get 2 exotics. If I didn't see the exotic that I wanted, I would just close app, download my save, do it again. Xbox was popping off with that exclusive skin until they found out it was just limited time. Imagine being excited about a limited skin. They are down bad. Xbox down tremendous. They really need a new character. Thought the game would have made a comeback. I mean, they gotta drop the new heroes first. The Iron Man build in this game is horrendous. I just copy someone else's build. Maybe for infamous rumors. So I heard that the Sly Cooper game isn't being developed by Sucker Punch, which immediately takes away a ton of my interest. But the Infamous game should be. So I'm still all about the Infamous. You have tremendous builds. That is good. Yeah, my Iron Man is solid, infinite heroic Iron Man. I got 2 raid pieces, 2 pretty decent raid pieces. Got a regular targeted buff repulsor with lasers for Sonic, and of course I got the slot 4 priority exotic that lets me have the infinite heroic loop. And then just a normal precision and Valor ISO. When an Iron Man skin that looks like Ultron, all torn up. Image. Defense is bad because of comic nukes. She-Hulk show got delayed until after what? Well, I mean, no, that would just mean Crystal Dynamics is gonna have to give up on lining up the character just like they did with Hawkeye and Kate Bishop's DLCs. Let me look this up. Later this year, dang, Disney Plus down bad. They ain't gonna have no content. They ain't gonna have no content after Moon Knight. Yeah. Apparently, yeah, She-Hulk isn't coming out until after Miss Marvel. And Miss Marvel wasn't supposed to come out until like deep into the year. You copy someone's build, just feels like you're not getting better gear. I mean, you copy the build, so you got the gear that they got, right? Who'd you copy the build from? Why the shipment odds are so bad? Because it's a loot box. That's the idea. The idea is for most people to have to spend a lot of units in order to get the specialty item. If the specialty item can be gotten easily, it defeats the purpose. They want you to be in a loop where you have to keep grinding for units in order to get the specialty. Here's the real test, my Black Panther. What, this one? Or the old one? Yeah, this is my old laser Iron Man build is solid, but I designed it for before the raid came out. This is my updated one. Definitely get this piece. It's very important. But basically the idea is that you should listen to the build. If you're listening to a good build video, you wanna more so look at the build video to understand how to put together a build and how to play it so that you know how to make it better on your own. I have a ranged Black Panther build. Infinite heroics. Is that the new war table? No, patch 2.3 hasn't come out yet. This is the same war table we've had since September 2020. Your favorite all-time Iron Man skin? The orange and red one. You're a diehard Marvel fan, but now you're preferring DC. Y'all know why? Is it because of the Batman? You care about your stats. You don't even look at what the gear does. You should definitely care about what the gear does. That's more important than the stats. You have a decent range build in Iron Man, but the defense is awful. In them comics, bro. The Black Panther is cold. Yeah, I had to give in and just go ranged. My highest power character is the character that should be Thor, God of Thunder. My current strongest character. Night Torx, appreciate the sub. Welcome to Durag Gang. Why to get Bashinga's medal with that much resolve? Doing the raid as Cap right now. Try to get in a Hawkbuster. Got stuck. Down bad. See, where was this from? I think this is either his priority exotic or his last Avenger standing exotic. But exotics already drop with relatively higher stats. And then once you bump it up to 140, once you bump it up past 140, the stats start going up. The heroic rating though. Yep, base 22,000. You don't have a custom arm room? Wow. They did you dirty. All right, Captain. They haven't passed the Horror Glorious glitch. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. When I if I matchmake in the OLT, I'll sometimes still won't be able to pick up orbs. I only play on PS5. You need Hawk to have that much for the melee defense. Your gear can pass 140. Ever since November 30th, they did a whole big update to resources, gear, everything. Okay. They adopted more of a Destiny model, and they tied progression to the Omega level threat in the raid, in addition to raising the power level cap. So now, in order to reach the new power level cap, you have to play the Omega level threat and the raid to get higher level gear. How to upgrade it? Do I believe the cap is going to 200? Probably. Yeah, probably at some point. Yeah. Go watch anime? Of course. Did you missed all of our anime talks? I love me some anime. Let me see if I can find a piece. Okay, this should be straightforward. All right. So under the old power level system, if you wanted to increase your power level, you just had to spend some resources. Now you have to sacrifice a higher power level piece of gear to boost up a lower piece of gear. The limitations are you can only use the new upgrade system on gear that's higher than 101, and it has to be higher than blue rarity. So it has to be power level 101 plus, and it has to be epic or higher. And it has to be in the same slot. So if I wanted to, I have this piece right here, it is 130. And I'm like, okay, I want this piece to be, I got a piece from the Omega level threat here that's 150. So I'm like, okay, I want this. I don't want to keep this piece that I got from the OLT. I want to keep this piece that I already have, and I want to increase its power level using this. So I would highlight the 130 piece, hit R2 to upgrade gear, and then I would choose the piece that I want to upgrade with, which would be this 150 piece. It tells me how much it costs. 225 upgrade modules, 3,144 fragments. And then I would hold to consume. And then the 150 piece disappears. And now this 130 piece has higher stats, and it's now power level 150. That's how the new system works. All right, Aqua Shield. Do I watch Kyle? I am not a fan. Currently about to finish Code Geass. Love that anime. So going back to One Piece. I cannot with One Piece. I'm on episode 28 of One Piece. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate the sub. Welcome to the Durag Gang. I'm just going to read the manga for One Piece because I can't with the anime. It's too many episodes. It's too much. Like 10,000 episodes. I'm not watching. I'm not watching all that. I'll just read the manga till I'm caught up in the story. This season has been mostly about the sequels. There's always a few good originals though. But mostly this season's about the really big sequels. Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Ranking of Kings. But one of my favorite originals is Sabaki Bisco. It's really good so far. Let me just get this. Their way to get polychloron. The current ways to get polychloron are shipments, daily assignments, and the weekly mission chains like the Mega Hive and the Priority mission. How far am I in Attack on Titan? I'm currently watching the final season. You're at 3,076 melee, 2,700 range, 26 heroic for BP. Yeah, nice. I gave up on melee for Black Panther, and just went all in on, just went straight to range. Appreciate the sub. Welcome to the Durag Gang. Now about the rumbling. Yeah, right now in the anime, the rumbling's been going on for several episodes now. Pangy, Levi, they're all just trying to figure out how to stop Eren from committing mass genocide. They want to talk him down rather than try to kill him. I don't get why people are so weird about dubs versus subs. Like, dubs are, sometimes the dub is better than the sub. Like, it doesn't make any difference. Sometimes the dub is terrible, in which case just watch the sub. I don't know why people gotta be weird. Feel like he's doing the right thing. I feel like there's no really right thing here. Especially when the right thing is indiscriminately killing every other person in the world. Well, that's one of the good things about Attack on Titan. They don't present you with, you know, absolutely good characters, easy moral choices. They actually challenge the audience. Eren is on Diva time. Like, it's not as simple. Like, sure, to us is like bad. Eren's plan is bad, which it is. It's objectively horrible. But the reason why Eren feels like he's been pushed to that is because everybody else is constantly trying to kill them. So it's either, in his mind, it's either, okay, unleash this weapon that I can only use temporarily and permanently eliminate all the people that are trying to ethnically cleanse us, or let ourselves be taken over. It's tough. So you like the melee. I hope Alex lives up to his word and buffs melee. You watch My Hero, Naruto, One Piece, Cowboy Bebop, Nice Code Geass, Yu Yu Hakusho, Black Clover, first half of Jujutsu Kaisen and dub. You thought it was better, so still confused about how they're going to the damage buff. That's pretty straightforward. They're not even actually nerfing it, really, unless you're a melee character or don't have a lot of proficiency on your build. All they're doing is they're keeping the damage increase that you get from the damage buff, which is 65%. And then they're removing the other benefits from the damage buff which is an increase to crit chance and an increase to impact. So the crit chance will be removed. So if you want to have an increased chance of triggering the damage buff, you're going to need proficiency on your build, or just play Thor. And the impact is what's going to hurt the melee characters the most, because while the damage buff is active, you could do your melee combos without being interrupted. But now with that gone, they're going to have to figure something else out. Do I know about Tenjo? No. Seems like Alex decided that the backlash wasn't worth it. So basically keeping damage buff the same. Because he definitely wanted to nuke damage buff. He was very clear. He does not like damage buff and thinks it's bad for the game. And he wants to get rid of it. I'll check it out. What is this? What's up? What's up? Yeah, if the goal was to get rid of damage buff to make room for better perks, this update is not going to do that. Because damage buff is still going to be the best perk after the update, because you didn't get rid of the damage increase. If the damage increase is still there, then it's like, okay. What are we doing here? Don't put out gear that you have to get rid of or just nerf. Oh, that's the thing. Alex didn't have anything to do with the damage buff. They didn't let him start. They didn't put him on gear until late into the game's development. Like they didn't put him on gear until after the Omega level threat was pretty much done. Like by the time Alex was put on gear on the assignment, they already had the Omega level threat gear done, and they didn't let him work on gear until War for Wakanda. So his job right now is to fix all of the broken stuff that was in the game since at launch. Whoever was on gear before Alex clearly didn't understand gear at all, and they're no longer on the project. So now Alex is come on, and not only does he have to make new gear and perks, he has to do that while fixing and dealing with all the broken foundational stuff that's been in the game since launch. Whenever the new rollback comes out, I'll honestly be shocked if Cloning Labs is on it. I think Cloning Labs has been canceled. They just don't want to announce it yet. Either it's been canceled or they're completely reworking it. Yep, we know about Gotham Knights release date. Yep, we got Gotham Knights release date today. We got She-Hulk being delayed. It's been a day. The She-Hulk show. October lit. What even is Cloning Labs? Cloning Labs was supposed to be the first, I guess, basically like a mega level threat. It was like a dungeon-like activity. It was supposed to combine. It was supposed to be like a, yeah, pretty like a mini, not even a raid, more like a dungeon. You had a couple puzzles. You had to get through different floors of enemies, and then based on how well you did in terms of, you know, how often you went down, you get to the end and you get abomination clones. And if you know, did poorly, then you would have to fight multiple abomination clones. We got a Kenobi trailer. Gotham Knights is October 25th. Spider-Man 2 is not going to be at the event. God of War is unlikely to be at the event. Just want stuff to do solo. Well, at least they finally agreed to give solo players a path to 375 to 175. Because I know the VIP content creators have been asking for this for a while. They were like, they wanted a path to 175 for solo players, but they've been resisting. Now they're finally agreed, so good for them. State of Play is at 5. It's on my channel already. Stream is already scheduled. Feel free to set a reminder. Only going to be 20 minutes. How long you think Avengers will last? Forever. Cloning Labs was supposed to be the first piece of real in-game content they promoted when the game launched. It had a couple puzzles, multiple levels of enemies, and at the end you would fight an abomination clone, and you would fight multiple abomination clones based on how poorly you did. Sadot the Cap. Sadot the Prophet. This game is going to last for 40 years. Aqua Shield is back. Of course. You can't ever leave Avengers. Does anybody need an OLT or something? Did I watch The Boys animated? I watched the animated show that dropped. That was pretty solid. Yeah, Prime had some heat. The Boys animated series was pretty decent. Vox Machina was really good. I like that a lot. I'm watching a Reacher right now. It's pretty good. You have a tip on regular leveling up? Here we go. OLT run. All right. Rock drift. The raid is not it. The solo 11 was going to be a clutch. Oh yeah, for sure. They definitely should have been had this in the game, but you know, they had to stall. They had to stall because there was no content ready. I don't know how long it's going to take them to do it. Hopefully not too long. You're late. What's up? You got rocking. All right, Sound Spider. Aqua caught in 4K. Avengers is the best game ever made. There's no bugs or crashes. Correct. Bugged on the socials options. You okay with new content? You just like more transparency? You hate when you go live on Twitch because you can't cuss? I can actually curse on Twitch. It's just the chat can't cuss. I have the auto mod. The auto mod, I have to approve like certain stuff. Sub delivery. Yeah, my thing is like because of leaks and everything, I know what they're working on. It's just that, yeah, they can't keep going months without saying anything. That's the issue. Like you can't, like people are going to obviously start jumping to conclusions given the state of the game if you go months without saying anything, especially after delaying the roadmap. If you missed the Doom, if you missed the whole weekend, it was so good. We had the round table, and Jay Shock Blast made fun of all the people who keep spamming all the socials asking for the roadmap every day. It's too funny. Roadmap? Roadmap? Alex also, I think I got Alex to talk about She-Hulk's moves hypothetically. J Roadmap Blast. And Alex also has some interesting insight on how they approach new heroes. They are very mindful of the power level of new heroes that they add. That was interesting to know. Not if you're a Doctor Strange or Scarlet Witch fan, but playable Loki, definitely something I'm all about. I would love a playable Loki. Suit was sick. Which one? Oh, he's dead. Hypothetically. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. I got AJ. I got AJ and Alex to drop some hypotheticals about She-Hulk. So I think I have a pretty decent idea about what She-Hulk's combat is going to be like potentially. How likely is a playable Loki? Unlikely, but I thought it was interesting that Alex brought up a playable Loki as the magic character that he would most like to add to the game. Brian is going to be on this Sunday. I don't think he's nearly as chill as Alex and AJ. So he might not ask a hypothetical. He might not answer anything hypothetically. But I'll try to throw a hypothetical in there just in case. The She-Hulk TV show is delayed until after the Kamala Khan TV show comes out, which itself was delayed and isn't coming out until later this year. So gonna be a while. After Moon Knight, gonna be a pretty big Disney Plus drought. Brian, we have nothing to say about that. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Doom's a good interview, but I don't know. I don't know about this one. I don't know how much info we're going to get out of Brian. You talk about the hero in the game. Why? She hasn't been officially announced yet, so there'd be no way of knowing if there's going to be a delay or not. We don't know. We don't know what her release date is supposed to be. That's why I thought you were talking about the show. The only thing that was announced today in terms of She-Hulk delays. All right, Venom. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Brian. We've pretty much heard everything from Brian. Like he streams himself. He's done dev streams. He streams on his own channel. He's answered Q&As. Pretty sure we've got all we're going to get out of Brian. Yeah, from what I heard, Spider-Man's DLC was done in March, and Sony was holding them up. Because Sony wanted to time it for when the movie was about to drop. Well, at least Moon Knight should be good. But once Moon Knight is over, yeah, it's like, What is Brian's position? He was a systems designer but he was recently promoted because there's been some more changeover with CD. Different people are moving on to different projects, and some existing people have been promoted. Like when Vince left the combat side, Bill stepped up and took his place. And now there was apparently some more shakeup, and Brian is now in a higher position. I think he's, I don't remember whose boss is he. I think Phil, pretty sure Phil is Alex's boss now. But I don't know where Brian is in the hierarchy. Other than that, he got promoted. Brian came to the game, and his big thing was shipment system. That's Brian's thing. That's his big thing when he came to Crystal Dynamics. He did the whole shipment thing. Because when they did the whole cosmetic rework, you know, back in March when they announced that was happening, they didn't actually have a plan. That's why it took 8 months. They didn't have an actual plan for the rework until Brian came on board. And then it ended up being the shipment system. Oscar Isaac, no one will be better. I hope so. I'm sure he'll be good, but I don't know about the show. I gotta see. It looks like it could be good. It could also be terrible. Need more big bosses like Warbot and not big phase boss like Claw. We definitely don't need more Warbots. I want some recognizable comic villains. When a CD ever have a plan. That's true. Yeah, according to Glassdoor, management not the best at organization. Oscar has a range. Yeah, that's why I'm concerned with these Disney Plus shows. Like they can hire good acting talent, but they seem to favor inexperienced writers and directors. Like from what I remember, the showrunners for She-Hulk weren't bad, but the showrunners for Moon Knight was a bit mixed. The size of a Warbot. So just a really tall villain. Like a Sentry. Like a Kree Sentry. A Doctor doing villain sector. That'd be neat. And not more bosses that hit something and the boss falls down. All right. What's up, Andrew? How's your weekend? So Kree Sentry, but he doesn't fall. Got it. We're too fast. I mean, we do have 2 Thors over 170. If we were struggling, that would be a disgrace. It's 22314. Yeah, super adaptoid ain't gonna last long. Definitely gonna be like less than 20 seconds on that super adaptoid. Get him out of here. No heroics necessary. Love this piece. Less than 15. Let's see how fast we can do it. Try to get less than 10. What's up, Nightmare? I don't know if they fixed the Widow skin. The hair is the same color, so I'm gonna go no. They just did a really good job stylizing it. Took them out fast. Not the god. Well, Thor is a god. Thor is the god of hammer throws. So Night Monkey is a new skin. Night Monkey and Age of Ultron Black Widow. Night Monkey PlayStation exclusive. Black Widow Xbox and PC exclusive until next week. I didn't say you could respawn. Die. I didn't say you could shoot things at people. Die. Because right now for animations. Hope you get a job at CD. Yeah, well, there you go. Counting on Marvel's Avengers lasting for a long time. He's going to graduate from college. He's going to get a job at CD, and Marvel's Avengers is still going to be gone. It's only skins, of course. It's only Wednesday. Wednesday is skin day. It's rare when they do an update that's not cosmetic related on Wednesday. Let's see, 5, 1, 2. What would this game be without skins? Not a Marvel game. Or getting support. Need those cosmetics. What's up, Navaflow? Which is fine. I don't get people that are mad that the game sells cosmetics. It's like, I get that this might be your first live service game, but this is very much industry standard. My issue with the marketplace has always been the quality. I feel like the quality has not been consistent. And the pricing doesn't always reflect what you get. All right, it's time. Let's try to get it under, I guess under 10 seconds, because we've done under 15 for a lot. It's under 10 if we can do it. All right. That Widow takedown facts. Not a $6 shakedown. Let's start the timer. Unofficial timer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 seconds. All right. Unofficially 6 seconds for the super adaptoid. I just did the counting myself. 6 seconds for in-game content. That's in line of fight. Facts. You just clipped it. Yeah. Yeah, clip that. I think that was 8 seconds. We'll have we'll do an official look at it. 8 seconds, pretty good. Or is Thor just absolutely broken? I mean, we have two 170 plus Thors and a 175 Hawkeye. Either way. Yeah, look, yeah. There was absolutely no way that Super Adaptoid should have lasted, more than 10. So yeah. Yeah, 175 Hawkeye, Aqua Shield's got a good build. 175 Thor, 171 Thor, and then we had the Kate Bishop at 146. Those three were enough to do, the bulk of the damage. Got another extra 159 piece. Yeah, when the new update comes out, I'm trying to put together an unarmed Thor build. First time we played, it was took an hour, and it wasn't the ulti. Oh, the mission. Let me use Hawk. I use Hawk with my Ragnarok skin. I haven't had the chance to watch it. I've just been streaming this whole time. And I know how those Disney trailers be. Not trying to get that copyright. Yo, what's up, Grissom? The Kenobi trailer had Art of the Zoo in it. I'm skeptical. It had Art of the Zoo in it. Saw Panther Art of the Zoo. Oh, good to know. That is a skip. There's a rumor that Anakin was returning. I have no idea. Goth Knight says release date. Yeah, we know. Now we just need a Hogwarts Legacy release date. Hopefully we at least get a new trailer today for Hogwarts Legacy. I feel like if they officially drop the Gotham Knights release date, Hogwarts Legacy can't be that far behind. The one thing I'm looking forward in the state of play. So Avengers has until October 25th to drop Captain Marvel or DLC. That's a wrap. Are you implying that Gotham Knights is going to destroy Marvel? Is going to be the Marvel's Avengers killer? I'd hesitate to jinx Gotham Knights because there have been many Avenger killer that did not pan out. But sure. Thing is, Gotham Knights isn't a live service game. So yeah, while it's, while it has content, it's going to draw everyone's attention. But then, when everyone's played through it, that's it. It's open world co-op, but it's story driven. It's not a live service looter shooter. Now Hogwarts Legacy combined with Gotham Knights definitely take some people away for a while. But we'll see what Avengers is doing by then. Ideally, by October, we're looking at what? She-Hulk and Winter Soldier. They said it had looter aspects, so I doubt they're not. I mean, it has gear. A lot of RPGs have looter aspects. That's just like the standard upgrading thing. Okay, yeah, where you can upgrade your character and equip some. They've got gear like Guardians of the Galaxy had, looter aspects, technically speaking. You could unlock gear with Star-Lord to level up your weapon. Is Avengers going free to play? You heard this from Twitter. Well, that's your first mistake. If you heard it on Twitter, you should assume it's speculation, rumor, or completely made up for clout. Who remembers the guy pretending to be a dev? I do. Barely. I barely remember his name. But I know Trix Ridiculous made a video speculating that he thought the game was going to go free to play. And there's definitely evidence to suggest that it could be going that route. For one, free to play is pretty much the only really path forward for the game that makes sense if it's going to last beyond this year and get continued support. And if you look at the moves they've been making, they pretty much line up with the free-to-play move. Like they're doing a lot of foundational work, you know, changing the war table, adding Nick Fury for their reigning supreme mission chain. You know, a lot of stuff they've been doing has been geared towards new players, as if they're expecting an influx of new players. So it makes sense. How are you so good at the game? Anyone can be good at this game if you play it long enough. But assuming everything goes relatively smoothly, by October, we should have at least 3 new heroes. I would say. The Echo character, She-Hulk, and Winter Soldier, I would say. What's up, Incredible Harry? Yeah, if someone's using Hulk, Harry's not far behind. What's up, my friend? You missed the whole conversation about whether or not Gladiator or Hulk in this game was too similar to the Ragnarok one to be worth adding. I'm streaming until like an hour before the state of play. I'm gonna take a break, then come back to it. Gotta make sure my tablet's charged too. Otherwise, that frame rate going to be down formidably. They have players at 5. Way too difference. The main difference being the shoulder pad and helmet. There you go. The real Hulk fan has spoken. Suck it, fake Hulk fan. Yeah, I'm not expecting anything for Spider-Man 2 until like closer to the end of the year, from what I've heard, rumor-wise, leak-wise. But Hogwarts Legacy, strong chance today. Ragnarok's a mixture of King Hawk and Gladiator. Hold this vibranium, sir. Hulk smash. Not a big Harry Potter fan? How dare you? That's my childhood. I hope that game is fire. Open wizarding world game. Big thing you say the Gladiator. Getting Hawkeye now was inspired by MCU. Then another comic Gladiator will feel more different. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it. They should go, if they're gonna go for a Hulk, they gotta go further away from the MCU. They gotta go comic. They gotta give him the Fear Itself Iron Man treatment. Give him something good. If I had the plasma, yeah, I've been using it. So I can get the combination plasma and vibranium. Get down here. All good. Yeah, I've not taken this off. I like the plasma. Plus this piece has tachyon surge on here. Obviously I prefer a 3-stat piece, but gets the job done. You're playing the same mission? Correct. Someone wanted me to play with the Hawk. This is a looter. Playing the same mission is not uncommon. It's either the devs change its proportions or use his most unique and awesome gear. I see it's from the comics. No more of the 3-color to the 5th power. Agreed. Hulk Banes deserve a bone. Wonder how that works against Claw with the increased impact versus Vibranium. A lot staggering. Well, the Cosmic Cube isn't challenging at all. So between the raid and the OLT, the raid is definitely more challenging. The OLT is just a simple DPS check. A lot more going on in the raid. Enemy difficulty is a lot higher. If you're on the elite raid, normal raid is easy, but the elite raid, definitely the hardest content in the game. What up, Bruno? How you doing? They did Spider-Man suits dirty with the recolors, feature foundation, big time same suit. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to start. I'm guessing with the increase in Spider-Man suits we've been seeing, whatever issues they were having behind the scenes have been cleared up to some degree. Oh yeah, the Spider-Man challenge card is horrendous. Yeah, but I'm hoping this means that at least they're prepared to start doing more Spider-Man skins. Seems like because part of the reason was that, you know, they were worried about other platforms. So it looks like they've found somewhat of a solution. Have a second skin prepared when they do a Spider-Man one and make it timed exclusive, I guess. Or this might just be a test to see how it goes. The qualify was irritating. Glad to be able to finish it. Yeah, the most annoying part of Elite Qualify is when it doesn't work, because you kind of sometimes don't know what bugs you're going to get. But if you have the right team, the whole thing goes pretty smoothly. Yeah, the update to Hulk scared. Yeah, Kamala, Hulk, and Thor have some heat coming. Iron Man as well, got a little bit. Had to watch Top 10 Nerd to make sure those comic skins were legit. Definitely not as fast. Oh, for sure. Hawkeye's your peak. I definitely want to make I'm definitely going to upgrade, because I already have an unarmed Thor build. So I'm basically going to upgrade it with that new gear piece that he's supposed to be getting. Then I'll try to get that the new piece for Kamala and Kate that give you status on signature attacks. And then I'll play around with Hawk as well. But I definitely want to make that unarmed Thor. With the infinite Warrior's Fury. What's up, Alien? Appreciate you stopping through. You don't have a Kamala? Kamala's legit. That's right. You're supposed to greet me first. The hell? It's all good. I forgive you. I think the most powerful Avengers are Iron Man, Black Widow, then Kate, and Spider-Man. In this game, not at all. Iron Man is the best character for the raid because of his mechanics, but we're talking raw power. Nah. Nah. I love me some Widow. But Kamala is Pretty insane. You build your Kamala right, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Actually, let's do one more. I'll do Kamala this time. You to find a build for her. In this game, Hulk is strongest for melee damage, second strongest in heroic damage. He'd be awesome tank. Thor, Hulk, Iron Man, Kamala, Clint, Spider-Man, Kate, Widow, Cat. That's your official tier list. Hulk is definitely too high. Clint's definitely too low. Dessert. Appreciate you, Rogers. Yeah, so the tier list is going to be different if you're talking about the raid, the general game overall. Hawk is definitely not S tier to me. S tier is like Thor, Hawkeye, and Kamala. And possibly Iron Man now because of his raid utility. Or he might be a step below. Big Black Panther is the worst character. Hawk is definitely not S tier, no matter how you build him. I'm sorry, he's not. He can't fly, and his best damage attack got nerfed. He can't be S tier. That man's beast in a raid. Exactly. Hulk has very narrow use. He can be a tank, but he's not that useful in that role. He's a really good damage dealer, but he's not the best damage dealer for solo target. He's really good at crowd control, but not the best at crowd control. Puny do-rag, man, stop making fun of Hawk. I love Hawk. He's great, but he's definitely not S tier, especially after the nerf. Like he can't really support. But like when you look at a character, you gotta look at their overall utility. You solo super adaptoid with your Hawk and Widow. You can solo super adaptoid with pretty much everybody. If you're when you're doing a tier list, you have to consider how useful the character is in a variety of different circumstances. You know, how powerful are they compared to other characters in each category? How diverse are they? Kamala is an S tier healer, but she can also be built as a huge single target damage dealer, and she also has great crowd control. So, and she's very useful in the raid. So that makes her S tier to me. You talk about R. Jordy, yeah. R. Jordy solo with a bunch of different characters, including Spider-Man. Patience is run low, trying to get the broadhead. Keep farming, you'll get it eventually. Thor is the most fun. I love Thor so much. He's great. Probably not gonna get Night Monkey. Yeah, same. I don't have much interest in Night Monkey. If it was a different Black Spider-Man suit, that'd be something. Yeah, I love Hawk, especially you know, you're trying to get through some hives. Very convenient running Hawk. Just come into a room, press L1, press L1 and L1, press L1 and R1 together, clear out all your problems. Very fun. You're trying to get it for 5 days. Are you doing the main quest line for the cosmic threat that gives you 2 exotics, or are you trying to get it from his individual assignment, which only gives you 1 exotic? Amazing Spider-Man skin. Iron Man is triangle all day. What Iron Man are you playing? Devin said all he does is spam rocket. I mean, yeah, you can't just hold triangle though. I use the sonic laser. That's more fun to me, and it's great. It's great with the heroic recharge cheese. I haven't done a pure rocket build in a while. Hawkeye is the one that's triangle. All the time. You played a game yesterday. There was a Spider-Man who was using a completely ranged build. Pretty common now. When a Spider-Man came out, I quickly concluded that the best way to play him was ranged. So I built a ranged Spider-Man build focused on the drone. And a lot of people have been making similar builds because melee kind of sucks for most characters, especially Spider-Man. who unfortunately can't even do web status on his bosses. So to me, the best way to play him is range drone. Good evening. Don't let Laajune hear this. Laajune would agree that Hawk is an S tier. I think Laajune made his own tier list. like he's a Hawk main, but he's like realistic about it. Incredible Harry is the one that'll probably most likely to get a little perturbed if you talk about his man. He might try to strangle you. Yeah, unfortunately, range is the current meta for most things. Captain America is bad trash melee. So is Panther and so is Spider-Man. Let's make a rock build. Actually, Hawk's rock build is pretty strong. Laajune made one with the raid gear based around his combo finisher with the small rock. I've seen a few builds. They're can get some pretty crazy damage numbers. Yeah, Hawk is one of the characters that you can definitely get away with doing melee with. Same with Thor. The problem with most melee builds is that they're good against, low level content. Like if you're fighting mobs of enemies, then obviously melee Spider-Man, melee Captain America are godly. But it's once you get against the bosses that it becomes an issue. Now Spider-Man actually can be pretty strong against bosses as well if you build them up, even if you build a melee. But it takes a lot of grinding. And just add the symbiote suit one day. If you do Sonic combo finishers and have Vibranium Rocks, you do Sonic. I know what you mean. Are you asking if there's a double melee battery piece for Hawk? I don't know of any. You talk about if you have Sonic on the light combo finisher. And then you have the Vibranium Small Rock. Then that should work. Should you call out of work to play Marvel's Avengers? I would not recommend it. The cool kids are calling out to work to play Elden Ring. You call out the work to play Marvel's Avengers, you're probably not going to be playing very long. unless you're committed to trying to raid all day. You think the best range hero will end up being Winter Soldier? Unless they do some serious nerfing, I'm having a hard time picturing a ranged character surpassing Hawkeye or Thor. But we'll see. I have no idea what Winter Soldier is going to be like. But who knows? We didn't know what to expect with Hawkeye, so maybe they pull something. I don't know. Black Widow is pretty OP. So if he's built similar to Widow with his guns, then yeah, he might be up there. He might be Widow tier, I'd say. That's where he wants to aim for, Widow tier. Because Widow, the high caliber plus the Widow's bite does stupid damage. Will the main one get you through the grind quicker? If you're talking about the cosmic threat event, then yeah, you always go through the main one if you're trying to farm for the targeted buff. Because the cosmic threat gives you 2 exotics for the main assignment instead of 1. If you're trying to farm, that's the best use of your time. Think Winter Soldier is going to be Black Widow plus Cap? Well, I'll ask Brian. I'll see if I can get Brian to give us a hypothetical, but Brian doesn't work on characters, so I don't know how much insight he'll be able to provide. Yeah, there's no point in doing the individual assignments unless you have a lot of patience. Hypothetically, we don't have information to provide on this topic. I might ask him about the cosmetic rework. I want to see if he'll answer how much of a plan was in place before he got there. Otherwise, I'm really not expecting much info from Brian. I gotta see what his job is now that the champion system's done, pretty much. Eddie's promoted. Maybe ask him about Spider-Man and Spider-Man's web status. Imagine Ghost Rider in this game. I cannot. The summoning vehicles is cool. You know, that's what you can do in Destiny. But not a thing in this game. But it would be awesome if you could summon vehicles for Black Widow, for, you know, the non-flyers. And they have the infrastructure in the game. They could just be like, oh, Hank Pym hooked it up so that you can get a vehicle that's you know, pocket sized. with the PIM technology, and then you could just summon your motorcycle with Black Widow and Cap and ride around. But it'd probably take a lot of work for them to put that into the game. So I'm not counting on it. Yeah, summon a vehicle to me is much better than the bunny hop. Roadmap? Did there ever be a time to use the empty space in the UI to add fourth option for all the specialty skins? Maybe. Ghost Rider will be hopping the Avengers. Joke's on you. Ghost Rider is never coming to the game. So how about that? Not too bad. Batman was confirmed to be a character in Sifu. Yeah, he's in Sifu as a PC mod. I don't know about this one. You have a Kamala build. I've never made a Kamala build because I've never cared that much about Kamala, even though I acknowledge how broken she is in this game. If you build her right, you just look at my build that I'm using right now. I got the most important part about this piece is embiggen support. It gives you the 200% heroic charge rate increase when embiggen is active. That lets you keep it up pretty much all the time. Got targeted buff with Sonic on ranged. Got a Omega armor from the OLT with the Cosmic Surge. Take damage, get the Cosmic Surge buff. Very good for Kamala. And I got the exotic Marvelous Regalia from a priority mission. Gives your teammates that super boost. 20% increased damage. 35% increased crit chance. 12% increased crit damage. I just got 2 ranged ISOs and a Northern Stone. Heroic charge rate only on this gear piece. So they intentionally made a piece that gives you a 200% increase to your heroic charge rate under a certain circumstances, but the UI on it isn't displayed correctly. So it only says 2.1% increase, but it's actually 200%. You ever have New York seafood? Just pizza. Next character is She-Hulk. All right, I'm going to take a break. I'll be back at 5 for the state of play. I'll see you guys in less than an hour on YouTube. If you're planning on hanging out and watching the state of play with me. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Sadot the Gamer, signing out.